94.6 CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. 5 Iranian Americans freed in a prisoner swap have arrived back in the United States, traded for 5 release of $6 billion in frozen oil money. President addressing world leaders this morning.
President Biden will address the United Nations General Assembly as many UN countries continue to rally support for Ukraine. The White House says President Biden is expected to have several sideline meetings, including with Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
Fox's Ryan Schmelz. The Indian government denies an accusation that it's behind the assassination of an activist in Canada.
The Indian government says it's absurd to suggest it had something to do with the death of Hardeep Singh Nijjar. The Sikh independence campaigner was shot dead in Canada in June. Yesterday, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau said there were credible allegations the Indian state was involved.
Fox, Jonathan Savage. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Live and local. Real talk starts now.
Well, I'm in a state of shock.
Why?
I'm anxiously awaiting the day that Susan Collins, out of Maine,
Yes.
a senator, is going to show up on the Senate floor wearing a bikini.
A teeny bitty, itty
What are you
bitty
talking about?
bikini. Okay.
Well, the Senate has decided that they're not going to have a dress code anymore. That guy, Fetterman from Pennsylvania, he's been wearing sweats and all sorts of stuff in there since he got out of the hospital after 6 weeks? He
Yes.
was in the hospital being treated for whatever he was being treated
Like
for.
stroke like something.
Yeah, and so he's been wearing anything but what the requirements were, which is for men a suit and tie.
Right. And women business attire.
Business attire. I don't know what business attire is for women. Of course, you've been spun, late night on the street somewhere. Business attire might be
don't
something kind of weird.
Think that business.
Yeah,
attire.
right. But anyway, Susan Collins said, well, I'm going to show up in here with a bikini on. I guess I could come in with a bikini. There's Susan Collins.
Yeah. The jokes are flying. The memes are just outrageous.
Anyway, I'm just so anxiously awaiting that day.
Wow.
We all need to laugh from
Yes,
time to time.
that's a
Good morning. I'm Rayford Brown,
I'm Kelly Knapp.
And I'm Lee Barrels.
and none of us are wearing bikinis,
Nope.
No.
but we're all naked,
Under our clothes.
Yes.
Thank you, Tim.
as Tim always said, naked under our clothes.
Naked under our
So,
clothes.
how was your day yesterday when the sun finally came out?
I know.
I know, right?
I almost
Yeah.
called you, Kelly.
I was
was gonna
tempted
say,
to call her.
I was like, look out the window.
I was in the office and I
She
couldn't
probably
see,
didn't have a
so-
window.
I do, but it's closed and it's curtained.
It's
Then
it's
what?
close. It's
It's a
closed.
therapy room. It's not supposed to be bright in there.
That's right.
Yeah.
Brightness is a sign of feeling good.
Not in therapy. It's not. You
I
won't-
go out on my deck out here and sit there and watch the sun come up or watch the sun go down
Mm-hmm.
or the moon come up. That's therapy.
No, Rayford, it's not.
What?
Now,
It's a different kind
personally,
of therapy.
okay, I agree with both of you, but I love going out on the deck
Oh, I
on
do
an
too. I
early
sit out on
morning.
my deck all
Yes, have my morning coffee, listen to the birds chirp
Uh-huh.
before the flies start.
the time. Yeah. And the mosquitoes.
Yes,
Oh God, y'all are
Yeah.
such downers.
I'm not
It's
down. I
facts.
love it.
Truth.
That's my favorite time of the day is early morning.
Yeah, mine too. I like it before dawn. As a photographer, the 30 minutes before dawn up
Mhm.
until about 3 minutes after the sun comes up,
Right.
that's the best time of day to shoot.
Oh well, I just think it's the best time to get up and take your first breath for the day.
Yeah, that too.
Yes,
Anyway,
be grateful you got
I
up.
don't think the sun's come up yet, has it? Well, I guess
No.
it has by now.
I'll tell you what, it has been slam dark in the mornings
Mhm.
coming over here.
Well, yeah, it happens
mean-
that time of the year, every year.
A month ago, I was having to wear sunglasses, and now it's just like pitch black.
Uh-huh.
It's crazy. Saturday. You know what Saturday is? First day of fall.
Yes, at approximately 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, it won't feel like fall, but
And well,
I
who
welcome
knows?
fall.
Yeah, we may have a hurricane.
Yeah.
Well, we're not gonna.
Yeah, no.
So anyway, system out there. We'll talk about it as the morning goes by.
Goes
It's a
up.
low pressure area out around the Bahamas right now that could
Right.
become a tropical something or another.
Well, there goes those good morning vibes that we just had.
Yeah, well, it might not do anything.
Yeah,
it
may
might
not.
just go to the northeast like everything else is going.
We do need rain though.
We do need a little
Moderate
bit of
rain.
Yeah. Hey, I was watching some of those YouTube channels yesterday about what do you do with your old plants that you had in your garden and stuff.
Oh, I watch those like crazy and they show you how to revive them. Well, let me tell you, I cut my pepper plants down.
Mhm.
They're growing back.
Yes, and that's what this was a big pepper plant thing.
Yes. They're already
Yesterday.
sprouting leaves. And I'm like, no, go away.
No, don't.
I'm just,
You can dig it up, put it in a pot, put it inside, and it will grow again.
I didn't think about that.
Well, that's what the show that I watched yesterday was
I
talking
need to
about.
consult with Robbie. She's the expert.
Well, I don't, not even sure she knows about that yet.
Well, my pineapple plant is doing great.
Oh Lord, we got another one growing out here, and the other one is so sweet.
Well, that last one that you cut up was so good. It was better than the store.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Always. Store
Yes.
comes out green. This one was vine ripened,
Mhm.
literally, and Robbie didn't pull it, didn't cut it until it was totally. You could smell it in the yard. That's when it's good, and that one's so good.
Where's the other one at? In case I get hungry.
Huh?
You're not going to tell.
And we did cut off the top of the first one, the one
Yes.
that came, and it's growing, looking absolutely drop dead gorgeous, beautiful out there. Robbie's put that in a pot, and it's out in near the
Yeah,
other.
I need to
stuff
talk to
out
her
there.
because
It's done. It's doing good.
yeah, I just want to. I want to talk to her about how much of the top shit. I mean, all the green, but does she cut a little bit of the actual pineapple
Yes.
and leave that on
She
there?
doesn't. I do.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I was watching videos and there was one that showed you just kind of peel all that back and peel the leaves back and put it in water. And the last
No.
one I had did not do.
You should cut off a little bit of the top, about
Right.
maybe a quarter of an inch to an inch at the most,
Right.
and put that in water first. Let it sit there for a week or so.
Mm-hmm.
And then you plant it. And the one that's planted, during a break, you can get up and run out the door and run back there, and on the corner you will see it, and it's all already
Wow.
in about 2 weeks. It's done good. I'll tell you something else that's good. A good friend of mine, a guy that used to work with me in Wilmington, WECT. I actually rehired him to come back to WECT as a morning show host
Yes.
years and years ago, many years ago. He's retired now, and he's growing stuff, and he's going to various places, and he was in Jacksonville Saturday. Yeah, called me. I got a cantaloupe here for you with your name on it.
Whoa.
It is the sweetest,
Oh.
absolutely the
I want
bestest cantaloupe that you will ever find anywhere.
Oh, I want one.
He grew it, didn't pick it until it was ripe. The key.
Well, you.
And just like with watermelons,
Oh,
don't
that
pick them
sounds
early.
So good. Yeah.
And he picked it when it's ripe, and Robbie cut it up yesterday, and I was dozing in the chair, and she had that and just rubbed my lips with it. What in the world? God knows that was so good.
Well, there's a YouTuber right here in southeastern North Carolina, and I'm wondering exactly
In
where he's
Wilmington
at.
area.
Yeah, I think so.
He
And
is.
he's always, and I commented on one of his videos, and he commented back because I told him I live in southeastern North Carolina too. I was hoping he'd give up his location.
It's right outside Wilmington.
I have to go see this guy.
Anyway. Oh well. Okay. What else is going on news-wise? Y'all to talk about?
Well, they found the remnants of the jet Kelly was talking about.
Well,
They
they-
did,
yesterday.
and it was not in the ocean, Rayford.
Yeah, they think that they found it. They say we're just examining it right now, but yes, they have found it. I
Yes.
mean, otherwise they would have been reported before.
There was jet parts,
Mhm.
but it hit the ground.
and
I mean,
F-35.
yes.
I thought for sure they didn't know where it was.
No,
and I
they
thought
knew.
for sure that it was going to be in the ocean.
Mm-mm.
Didn't they say it was worth like $18 million?
17
That's
trillion
what I- that's
total, the
what I
whole
knew.
program.
That's
Just
what I
But the
knew.
was
whole
18
program, but
million.
that
Yeah.
one jet was 18 million, and now they've shut
I
down
knew
all
it.
flying
Yeah, well, yeah. You
because
do
they've had
that.
They got to
three.
figure out why.
Yeah, they've had 3 accidents in the last 6 weeks.
Hmm.
So, military accidents. So,
Yeah.
must have been why it was quiet over the house last night.
No, the F-35s don't fly around here. Those are the Ospreys and
kidding.
the
Yes.
CH-53s.
I think they've even grounded the Ospreys too.
Have they?
Yes, I think that's what I read yesterday.
I don't know why, because I thought I saw them over the weekend here or last week here
Could have
flying over.
been.
Because they every evening around sunset and right after sunset they fly over here headed back to New River. That and the 53s are up playing and practicing up in Bogue and I don't know where else, probably Dare County. So anyway, glad nobody was hurt seriously.
Oh.
The guy was treated and released at a
Blessings for
civilian
that.
facility down there in the Charleston area.
And in case you weren't aware, Flags half-staff today from dawn till dusk in honor of the Forsyth County deputy
Sheriff.
that was killed over the weekend in a head-on collision.
Yeah, he semi rig, apparently a box truck
A
or
box
something.
truck.
The box truck crossed over the center line and hit him. I think it was Saturday,
Yes.
and
Sad.
he died. So the governor ordered all flags at half staff.
Half-staff, that's right.
So we hate it for him. Way too much bad stuff going on.
I agree.
Hurricane Nigel. That's like NyQuil, right?
Yeah,
The
Nigel.
Nigel.
NyQuil.
In the middle of the Atlantic is likely to become a major hurricane today. Currently moving northwest, Nigel will turn to the north and northeast during the day. That will take it away from any land, and that's good. Closer to home, there is a low pressure system. What forecasters call a coastal low is hovering to our south and will be impacting our neck of the woods by the weekend. In what way, we don't know. Some of the folks out there speculate that it will become a tropical depression, perhaps, maybe a tropical storm as it moves northward. Obviously, we will keep all of our eyes, all 6 or 7 or 8 of them,
Glued.
on the system and see what goes, what develops, if anything. So we don't know.
The only thing I'm upset about is the fact that it may interact with some of our football games this weekend.
Friday night football.
I know. We're
I
going to have to
hope not.
move it to Thursday night. Listen up, Jackson.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let's do a doubleheader,
Who's
JD.
Jacksonville playing?
Uh,
Newbern?
Newbern.
I thought it was going to be Havelock or something.
Havelock's the following week at Havelock.
Havelock. Okay, so Newbern is going to be in Jacksonville Friday night if it happens.
That's correct.
Okay.
And I know, Kelly, you watched a game last night?
Did you watch football last night?
Not much of it because I work late, very late.
No.
It's like every night now. Because of the writer's strike, they're filling in. ABC's going to fill in programming with more football games.
ABC's being sold.
Is it really?
Yeah, the network and Disney. You're going to be out of the picture.
Disney's going to be out of the picture?
Yeah.
Well,
So who
Because
knows?
nobody likes Disney.
No.
anymore. They don't know how to act. And
Who,
they got mad about their Spectrum being no channels.
oh,
so-
they finally got that. They agreed.
I know.
It's back. Yeah.
I got rid of my Spectrum over that, and I have YouTube TV now, so
Mhm.
it's cheaper and I don't worry about
Well,
it.
I figured with everything that I have, including my Spectrum cable, I'm only talking about maybe saving $30 a month.
We
so-
saved $250 a
Yeah.
month getting rid of our
Baby
Spectrum.
girl.
So
Well, I got Spectrum Internet.
yeah, we
Yeah,
kept
I
we had to
got-
keep our internet, so I
and a
watch
la-
all my
and a
streaming channels.
landline.
Yeah,
Well, I noticed the internet prices went up. I was unaware.
Yes, they did.
I just happened to check my bill and I was like, when did it go up?
Yep.
Like
It
it did.
It went up here because we have Spectrum in here.
Right.
For our landlines for the internet because it's very high speed. That's a good
I
thing.
think we need a lot of competition.
It would be nice, but you know,
Regulations.
This MetroNet thing is probably not going to be as good as a lot of people think. Hey, Tim, what's up?
Good morning to y'all. I'm so glad that y'all were sitting around naked underneath. the
See,
clothes
I knew
and
that was-
Thrills made of that.
Yep.
So ye to the hall. There you go.
Yeehaw.
I declare ye to the hall. Yeah, I've got another fire to put out this week, so
Uh-oh.
I'm heading back up yonder. I'm over here on 421 construction construction going on like there ain't none nowhere else. And I'm laughing. I stopped to a small truck stop, got my fuel, got me a good blown egg and cheese biscuit this morning. It
My
melted
God.
my mouth.
Should bring-
Woo, it'll make your babies be born naked. That's how good it is.
I'd like to have one of those.
But it is good. And I got out, and when I got off the exit, I noticed Highway Patrol was sitting there. I said, they getting ready. And I got back, got my stuff, got back on, and I know where they sit over here anyway. And people don't use GPS or anything, I guess, because a lot of people, I don't know how, but they'll punch in, there's a Highway Patrol sitting up here, such and such, but I know where they are, and it's right there at the beginning of a construction zone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 55. Slow down to 55.
Yeah, it
I'm
is.
fixing to lose the lane. And I got to laughing. Both of them come out, got them a white car apiece. I'm profiling cars, I guess. I just pulled out, and I know one was mad because he slammed the door. And when I see one slam the door, they just kept on speeding up, and I was doing 65, and they passed me like I was 5.
Oof.
And I said, and I just coming into the construction zone. I know they didn't even slow down. But bless their little pea-picking hearts this morning.
Well,
we got to head back up yonder, and I hate it for them.
how far is up yonder?
Up yonder.
Up Illinois?
Columbia City, Indiana. Columbia City, Indiana.
Oh,
What it was, I probably told you that the company I worked for had a 100-ton crane,
uh-huh.
and then they sold it. And the stipulation was we had to haul it up there. Now, what they have to do, and it's amazing to see them break it down. And they break this crane down, and you had to haul the pieces. You had to haul the towers and the crawl tracks and the counterweights. I mean, it's just taking all the pieces, and the last thing you got is what we call a crane house. And you got to have some good permits for that one, buddy. And the only thing about this run that I hate so bad is I'm overweight. And I've got overweight permits to take care of it. But here's the problem. Every time I get to a weigh station, I'll pull on the scale, and of course I'm overweight on my back axle. I got to get out, show them my paperwork, show them everything that they want to see. So it takes up a lot of time.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only bad thing about doing this type of run. These overweight runs will kill you when you're running through scales. And it's just, so aggravating.
Maybe.
And you have to get an overweight permit for each state. And let me tell you how much Ohio it is $145. So now, Ohio, if you're broke, it's your fault. I couldn't believe it when we had to do that.
Wow.
Most of them are.
What does that do for the state? I mean, charging you just because you're overweight.
It's
what
a
kind
permit.
of? Yeah, I know it's a permit, but
Yeah.
what if you didn't have one? What kind of impact would you have on the state of Ohio?
Oh, if you got caught.
No.
What
What kind
not
of?
getting caught? Nothing.
Just what I
You're
thought.
wearing the road out. Just a
Uh-huh.
little bit more. That's it. You're wearing the road out.
Huh.
And that's all.
So I wonder if
So
they
you
take
know-
that $145 and do any road repairs. Do you think that
I
they
would hope
actually
so.
do? Do you really think that they do that? Or does it go into the general fund?
I'm guessing it either goes into the Department of Transportation
Uh-huh.
or into the general fund. One of the
Uh-huh.
two. I had never asked that. I hadn't even asked North Carolina.
Yeah.
I've never asked because I have a blanket. I have an annual permit. In fact, I got 2 for the state of North Carolina, and they're $150 a piece. I got one for South Carolina, and it was $100, and it's good for a year. So I can go up in North Carolina. I can weigh up to 132,000 pounds. South Carolina, I can weigh up to 100,000 pounds. If I do any more, then I got to get a separate permit.
Wow.
And you just don't. I don't know where the money goes. I mean, used to the money on tickets, the actual fine was supposed to go to the school system. Now I don't know where it goes now. I couldn't
Well,
tell you.
the fines actually for normal stuff minus some handling fees. I think there are a couple of handling fees there.
Yep,
Does go
yep.
to the school system for
Okay.
normal traffic
Still
tickets.
does.
Yes, it does.
I don't know. I mean, I know you used to back in the 70s and 80s because I asked that question and said the fines go to the school system. And you're right. There's a $8 charge. It used to be when you itemize the ticket, when you pay the ticket, they give you an itemized statement.
Yep.
And I asked what that REF meant one time, and I don't know if the lady was lying or not. She told me it's retirement fund. I said, "You what now?"
Probably.
And it probably is. And I know the rest of it's court costs.
Well, the
And
court
I
cost
understand all
is in addition to the fines.
Right.
Court
It's
cost is
separate,
like
yeah.
$180,
Right.
and that's whether you
That's
plead guilty and before a magistrate or not. So
Oh yeah.
anyway,
It's there.
all right, Jimmy, we got to run.
Y'all
Tim,
be good.
I got
want
to call you
rest
later.
This morning.
Lee's gonna call you later.
I'm
I'll
going to
be
call you
back.
later. We have to talk.
You go ahead.
Okay.
I'll be on it. All right. Woo. Okay.
Bye, Tim.
Bye, Tim. You're live in local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM WSME. We'll be right back after weather.
Welcome to Allstate, where you can save just by being you. DriveWise and the Allstate mobile app gives you personalized driving feedback. And by adding it to your policy, you can save for driving safe just by being yourself. Allstate. Here, better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands at Allstate. Click, call, or visit allstate.com to save today. Not available in every state. Savings based on DriveWise and other safe driving discounts. Savings vary. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
This is a metaphor for your business's journey. Sometimes it feels like you're going 100 miles an hour, barely keeping up. But to cruise through challenges, you need someone who's right there with you. That's what Dell Technologies advisors do. They have the Windows PCs and tech advice you need to get past whatever's in front of you and get where you want to go. Call an advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL. A start to a simpler experience with Windows 11 Pro.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for fall, and you should be too. With Cub Cadet, zero turns, lawn tractors, and walk-behind lawnmowers from Cub Cadet are engineered with premium features, leaving you with a well-manicured lawn. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and unlock the possibilities of your yard with Cub Cadet. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service.
A plan every adult family member should consider is the pre-arranged funeral. It's the worry-saving thing to do for your family. Making pre-arrangements helps to alleviate the additional stress on family members that can come with arranging a loved one's funeral. Jones Funeral Home's prepaid funeral plan helps remove confusion. They make a practical evaluation of costs possible, and it's the best way to take an unpleasant task off the shoulders of the family. Call Jones Funeral Home at 455-1281.
With locations in Jacksonville, Richland, Swansboro, and Holly Ridge.
When vacationing on our beautiful Crystal Coast, you come for the slower pace, the gentle waves, the salty air, and the quality time with family and friends. So while you enjoy our little piece of paradise, let the Burrow Low Country Kitchen help with meals. We'd love to cater your next family event with one of our Carolina-style seafood boils, enough to feed your entire crew. Or enjoy your meal outside at our pavilion on the waterfront. Come by land or by boat to the Burrow Low Country Kitchen in downtown Swansboro.
When you need comforting, who do you call? An old friend, right? Jacksonville Heating Contractors services the heating and cooling needs of our area with dependable quality train systems, guaranteeing indoor comfort for your home or business. In addition to quality train systems, Jacksonville Heating Contractors offers 24-hour emergency service, NATE certified technicians, and over 50 years of experience and service you can trust. And with a Jacksonville Heating Contractor service agreement, You never pay retail for heating or cooling services and receive priority scheduling. Remember, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And in New Bern, you can call Trent Heating and Air Conditioning 252-633-2200. In Morehead City, Sea Air Heating and Cooling 252-247-1122. If you need service or repairs, just call an old friend. Jacksonville Heating Contractors, an independent Trane dealer. It's hard to stop a Trane. For deals on Trane systems and more, visit anoldfriend.com or call 910-347-2843.
Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
If you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Mitsubishi pre-owned car or truck, look no further than Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard. At Bob Mills Mitsubishi, they give it away and guarantee all their customers financing. At Bob Mills, there is no high pressure, no smoke and mirrors, or running back and forth to a sales manager. Buying a new Mitsubishi or quality pre-owned car or truck should be a fun experience. And that's what you'll have at Bob Mills Mitsubishi, 2150 North Marine Boulevard in Jacksonville, because they give it away.
It's live and local. Real talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Back. If you want a boat or you know somebody who wants a boat, why don't you do yourself a favor and stop in at Tideline Marine right here in Jacksonville to see what they have in stock. If you're new to boating, you definitely should stop by and tell the team there at Tideline what you think you want and what you want to do with the boat before actually deciding what you need. The sales staff, they're not high pressure guys. They don't want for you to feel the pressure. They don't want anything like that. A boat is generally a long-term investment, and the Tideline team will guide you in deciding what boat you should get. There are some great new boats in stock, of course, and a few boats that Tideline has in the consignment program. If you decide that you'd like a used boat, it's always best to get it from a reliable boat dealer, one that actually works on motors. That way, before you get one from Tideline, technicians will make sure that it's in good working condition. New boats, of course, they have warranties, always a plus, especially for a new boater. If you like fishing the backwaters of the White Oak or New Rivers, or think you would like to try it, a Lund boat might be exactly what serves your needs. Also in stock at Tideline, Center Console Aqua Sports, great for nearshore and inshore fishing and comfort. And, of course, the Aloha pontoon boats with lots of room for lots of family or friends, great for cruising in the area rivers, as well as the Intercoastal Waterway. And one in stock right now at Tideline has a sliding board in the back, so you can just get off the top and take a little plunge and chill down. That's what you all need. No doubt about it.
Susan Collins to wear her bikini.
I don't think so. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. High pressure will persist through at least midweek with dry conditions and pleasant temperatures. A coastal low or a coastal trough is forecast to impact the area late in the week. Offshore today, winds out of the north 5 to 10, becoming northeasterly in the afternoon. Seas 2 to 3 feet. Dominant period 8 seconds. Sounds and rivers only a light chop, diminishing to flat this afternoon. Wednesday, tomorrow, northeasterly winds 5 to 10, seas 2 to 3, dominant period 8 seconds, sounds and rivers only a light chop. And on Thursday, northeasterly winds 10 to 15, seas 5 to 7 feet. Big ones. Now, you don't want it. 2 to 4 near shore, sounds and rivers a moderate chop.
Today, sunny, high of 82. Tonight, mostly clear, a low of 59. That's kind of chilly. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 83. Tomorrow night, clear, low of 64. And on Thursday, mostly sunny, high of 82.
Okay. And joining us in the studio, the brand new, drum roll, please, Executive Director of the Onslow Women Center here in Jacksonville. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome aboard. Boy, do you know what you're in for?
I'm beginning to understand.
That center does a whole lot of stuff. It's not one of those just it sits on the backside and does nothing. Over the years, they have really gone overboard and do a whole lot of things. So, Meg, where do you come from? This is Megan Dennis, by the way.
Meg Dennis.
Yes, my name is Meg Dennis. I'm the Executive Director for the Onslow Women's Center. I originally am from Canada. However, I came to...
You're a foreigner.
I'm a foreigner. However, I came to us via Texas, via Ohio, and now here in awesome North Carolina. Yes.
Well, that's cool. We got a lot more to offer than a lot of those places. We got the beaches here.
We have better weather.
We got much more better weather.
I would agree.
Than Texas, definitely.
Than all of them.
Texas is living on the sun.
Yeah. So, what kind of background do you have?
Well, I'm a registered nurse and a mental health clinician. I was an emergency room nurse, then a sexual assault nurse, and then I went into mental health where I did counseling with trauma victims. And now I feel like I've ascended to the role of advocacy, which is a wraparound all around for all survivors of sexual assault and domestic violence and human trafficking.
Wow. You got great credentials then.
Yes.
This is a big task.
Yes, thank you.
So anyway, and the center, you've got a brand new facility.
Yes, we are so excited about our shelter. Lots of work has been done on it. We've been housing survivors, clients in hotels up until the first day it opened on April 1st. And so we had our first client move in from the hotels into our shelter, and it has been near capacity since we've opened. Like after the first couple of weeks, we've been near capacity, which is wonderful that we're being able to serve that many survivors.
Yeah, what is the total capacity there?
27 beds, but we can hold up to 30. Plus, we have cots and rollaway beds should we need to for children and
for
such.
Emergency stuff. Yeah.
Yes,
and it brings up a point. A lot of kids end up in there too, right?
Yes, unfortunately, yes. But kids are part of the family unit when there's domestic violence.
So, and one of the things I've heard about is this little thrift store that's out there that where a lot of funds come from. With the donations that are made.
Yes.
You're going to do a rehab on that place.
We are so excited. That is our gem. It's kind of serendipitous. Whenever we have a wish for a client, they need something, it magically shows up within a couple of weeks. It's really it's interesting how that happens. But we're very excited about renovations that are coming. We're actually in the midst of it right now. We closed our doors at the end of the day on Saturday, and we're going to be working on it steadily. I want it to be a secret because I want it to be a really fun thing for everybody to see the new inside. And we plan to open up next Monday.
That fast?
Well, there's a lot of people, a lot of hands now working hard.
That's great.
I wish our government could do that.
And I do want to
vote Meg.
Yeah, there you go.
And I do want to shout out to all the volunteers that showed up and helped us empty our stores into the containers outside of our building. We had well over 30 volunteers that helped us on Saturday afternoon and Sunday. And then we have a whole other batch of volunteers that are going to help us this Saturday and Sunday. So should you want to help volunteer, please look us up on our website or Facebook, and then please volunteer because we could use your hands.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, that sounds good. The Women's Center here, way back when, back in the 1970s?
1983.
Yeah, but back in the 70s, when there was domestic violence. Generally speaking, the women are the victims of the domestic violence. And when I was in law enforcement here, and folks like our mayor, Sammy Phillips, former county commission chairman Jack Bright, and our current county commissioner Paul Buchanan, all of these individuals were cops in those days. Guess where the money came from when the victim had to be relocated for the evening or a week? From the police officers' private funds themselves, not from the police department.
Yes,
They pulled money out of their pockets.
That is an amazing story, and I'm just this community is so blessed to have had those police officers looking out for survivors at that time.
So it's progressed a lot, which is good. I'd like that. So, what do you foresee for the future? I mean, you guys got to raise funds, obviously, right?
Yes, we're always raising funds. So our services currently they include emergency shelter. So fleeing imminent danger, that's the criteria to enter into our shelter. We're the only emergency shelter here in Onslow County. So we, of course, would love to have more funds to help make that facility even better. And then we also serve survivors of sexual assault by responding to the hospitals whenever a survivor presents, or a domestic violence survivor that has extensive injuries, then we can also accompany them in the hospital. We have court advocacy, and then we have community case management, and we're always looking for funding to help maybe hire more staff so we can serve more people. And then we want to return back to prevention. Part of our mission statement is to end all violence, and it's a lofty goal, but it's really what we need. And so what we need is prevention that's out there, getting into the schools, getting in front of people to educate about awareness about sexual assault and domestic violence. But moreover, how do we prevent that?
We had a few years ago, we had a case here in Jacksonville, notorious case, unfortunately. A lady in a living situation with a guy. She left. He stalked her, got a different car, followed her through a restaurant. Is that right? Drive through.
I think a nail spa.
Yeah,
right.
And he got out of the car and he killed her. Right there.
That is horrible.
Yeah.
Well, it's the one I think you're talking about. She was a businesswoman here.
Yes.
She lived through that, but she eventually
passed
from injuries sustained in it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Took a
beautiful
while,
woman. Beautiful woman, well liked.
Everybody apparently knew her.
Yes.
So anyway, it brought a lot of attention to this whole problem of domestic violence. So
Yes.
I'm sure you probably have been brought up to speed on part of that.
In fact, Candy, correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't this individual that Rayford was just talking about, she was slated to be one of the dancers in the Dancing with the Stars.
Yes.
But I think she ended up pulling out.
Yes.
Because she passed away.
Yeah, because that's right. She passed away before
Yeah.
the show. Yes, but she was slated to be one of the dancers.
Yeah. So anyway, what can people do to assist the center?
Well, you can go to our website. We do always have a current wish list for items that are truly needed for the clients in the shelter that they could actually use today. So please go to our website, look at those items. And I do know that we're in constant need of simple things such as twin bed linens, textured hair products, laundry soap flies out our doors. Because everybody needs to do laundry, but there's 30 individuals plus children there, so we do a lot of laundry there. Something so simple.
So you've got your own facilities. You're sort of self-contained, right?
Just need stuff to keep it going. Yes.
So the same things that you can use there.
Exactly. Anything that you would use in your normal day, we need the same.
What about food?
We have communal eating, and so everybody is supposed to cook their own meals, but we provide a lot of the food. So if you are going to donate food items, we would love non-perishable items, not just canned tuna.
That gets old after a while.
Absolutely.
Not everybody likes tuna too.
Yeah,
I do.
Well, that just because you do don't mean everybody else does.
Well, they should.
Well, they don't have to.
Yeah, I want
'cause
a
you like
tuna
it.
casserole.
I haven't had one of those for 30 years. Oh my gosh.
Me too.
Like the children's know they would enjoy, mac and cheese, those
Yes,
kinds of things.
that's
that-
going to be the
yes.
top of the list for
Beefaroni
kids.
and the
Yes.
little cans.
Yeah.
That's
And everybody has to prepare their own stuff.
Yes, and sometimes the clients will get together. I'll cook tonight for you and your family, and you want to cook tomorrow night. Sometimes they do that,
Oh, okay.
and sometimes they just want to have a meal. When you want a grilled cheese, you can make it instead of being in a hotel or something like that,
Sure.
where you don't have those comfort foods.
Yeah, and
Well, I think it's, people need to be aware too when they're donating. A lot of times these people leave their house with nothing but what they have on. They, depending on what kind of situation they are fleeing, and that includes the children, they leave everything behind. So you need to be mindful when you're donating that a lot of these women and these kids have nothing. So they're basically starting over. So they could always use everything from clothing to toys for kids to hygiene products to just everyday necessity things that a lot of us take for granted: hairbrushes, underwear, toothpaste, dental floss.
Mhm.
All of that is needed, and it's also, in my opinion, a sad thing that she stated at the very beginning of the segment that they are near capacity.
yeah.
What does that
already.
say about the state of what's happening here in Onslow County?
Yeah, and it's not just in Onslow,
No.
but we do have a very serious issue with domestic violence here.
Mm-hmm.
And we know
Absolutely,
that.
yes. 1 in 4 women, 1 in 6 men. And I read studies recently that's near almost 30% of men also. So I do want to tout that we also do serve
Yeah.
men.
Uh-huh.
Even though we're the Onslow Women's Center, we do serve men as well. We can
But
accommodate
they're
them.
not at the center. Or the shelter.
We do have 2 rooms separate
Oh,
that we
good.
could accommodate a men that has their own bathroom, everything that is possible. But we can accommodate, like worst case scenario in a hotel, we still serve those survivors as well.
Okay, good. Yeah, I 6 men.
Mhm,
Yeah, there's a
mhm.
lot. I have a couple of male clients that have been victims.
Really?
Yeah. It happens more than you think. And
Well,
the,
I've
the
dealt
sad
with
thing
it.
is society stigmatizes the men a lot of times, which does not need to happen because women can inflict just as much harm towards a man that a man can to a woman.
Oh, yeah.
And society shames men into not wanting to report it. And I think that needs to end.
Yeah.
And the other thing that the shelter or the center does is they provide domestic violence advocates. So when these women go into court, a lot of times they have an advocate with them, so they do not have to go alone.
Yes, they're not alone. We walk that walk with them, right from helping them fill out the forms, giving them a high level overview of what the system is that they're about to enter into, so it makes it a little less scary. We could even do walkthrough with them ahead of time so that they're not as nervous about going to the courthouse.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, that can be a trying experience.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, Meg, what's coming up in the near future?
Well, the grand reopening for our thrift store is first, we call that Crocodile Closest to the Boat. That is what's right on deck. And that will be opening on the October 1st with a kind of grand reopening.
Oh, good.
We're going to do, yay. And we're going to do this soft opening on the 25th so that we can just kind of ease into it, make sure we got everything in place. But we are accepting donations still during the week, and unless we get to capacity because we're limited to the back area right now while they're working in the front store. And then look for us for our candlelight vigil. October is our Domestic Violence Awareness
Right.
Month, so we'll be having certain events around. So please follow us on Facebook. We have the Onslow Women's Center Facebook. We have Finders Keepers Facebook separately, and we post all our activities on there. So I invite you to look
So what kind of donations are you looking for your store?
for the store. you can help our community by cleaning out your closet or cleaning out your basement for real. So anything that, any items that are still in good use, they work well, they're clean. Clothing that is clean and not ripped or torn. Household furniture, we will accept that as well, just not appliances. We can't accept mattresses or beds or specific kids equipment that requires oversight on. So we can't check them making sure they're still good working order.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds good.
Well, it's a good place to go because that's where I get my workout gear, my yoga pants and everything. So I'm telling you, they always have an amazing supply.
My granddaughter, I took her a couple months ago and she bought a brand new chiffon type dress. She wore it to her boyfriend's graduation. It was beautiful.
They even have LuLaRoe clothes.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, you'd be surprised at what's in that store. It's amazing.
You never know what you're going to get.
It's awesome.
It's a treasure hunt.
I love going in there.
Yeah, me too.
It is.
Yeah, I was at one in Wilmington decades ago, a couple of decades ago, 3 or 4 decades ago now. And believe it or not, Wilmington is, they film movies there. And one of the movies wedding, but I got a tuxedo shirt that had only been worn for the movie. And you can bet it was the top of the line, and I got it for next to nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
I highly advise people, if you've never been, go to the when they open back up, you won't be surprised at what you will find.
Yeah.
It's incredibly good quality stuff.
It's not like a flea market.
No. I mean, it's
much above
there's.
that.
I've got a lot of name brand
Gently
clothes.
used clothing. I have a friend that's
I
gone
said
and
stuff
gotten
attacks new.
several dinner dresses, like prom type dinner dresses. That's great. That's
good.
Yeah, good
Meg,
to go.
welcome to Jacksonville.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We applaud you for choosing us.
Thanks for all that you're doing. I know what a tough population that is. So, you're
Yes,
trying
thank
to
you.
help people heal. So
One of the first things I noticed is this community is amazing. They all chip in, they all care, and that has been a delight. So thank you for that.
Yes, well, thank you. Meg Dennis, new Executive Director of the Onslow Women's Center.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Let's take a break. You're live on local Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. We'll be right back.
Hello, shoppers. Take advantage of the following specials and many, many more at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store, where good things called Sless, down home down the street on the Richlands Highway here in Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. Whole top sirloin is just $5.99 a pound. Top sirloin fillets, just $7.99 a pound. Boneless chuck roast is $4.99 a pound. 10 pounds or more of fresh ground beef is only $2.99 a pound. Whole pork, Boston butt, just $1.49 a pound. Baby back pork ribs are only $2.49 a pound. And whole chickens, just $1.49 a pound. And remember, the beef and pork is cut fresh every day by the butchers at your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly stores. And they use only the finest certified Angus beef and Sanderson's Farm chicken. Over in produce, Eastern Gala apples, just 99 cents a pound. A 1 pound container of fresh strawberries is only $2.99. Crisp green cabbage, 59 cents a pound. Extra large black, white, or red seedless grapes, just $2.99 a pound. Large navel oranges are only 99 cents each. Grill ready corn on the cob. You get a 5-pack for $3.99. How about a 3-pound bag of Yukon Gold steamer potatoes for just $2.99? And Gold squash is only 89 cents a pound. And you get the 2-liter size of Pepsi or Mountain Dew. You get 2 liters for just $4. That's your locally owned and operated Piggly Wiggly store down home down the street, where good things called Sless over on the Richlands Highway, Jacksonville, and Main Street in Maysville. And remember, say pig with the pig.
If you love ocean pier fishing, the Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant located at mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach is the place for you. The Seaview Pier is a family pier complete with bait and tackle shop, rod and reel rentals, and accessories. The restaurant serves breakfast, lunch, and dinner and features a complete menu from burgers to ocean fresh seafood, straight to you from the briny blue. With the Seaview Motel right next door and the most affordable rates on the coast, you can make it a vacation or a weekend of Carolina Savannah Pier Fishing. It's all here, including the fish. The Seaview Pier Motel and Restaurant, mile marker 18, North Topsail Beach, across the bridge, just south from Seas Ferry. To find out what's biting or for motel reservations, call anytime 910-328-3172.
Down East Heating and Air Conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986.
Down East is your local Bryant Factory authorized dealer. Down East, Bryant, whatever it takes to keep you cool.
Down East Heating and Air Conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
Need service on your present cooling system? Just call Down East. Looking to replace your cooling system in your home or office? Down East and Bryant is ready to do whatever it takes to keep you cool on these hot summer days. Ask about 0% interest for 60 months. Down East, Bryant, whatever it takes.
Down East Heating and Air Conditioning, a family tradition of quality since 1986. DownEastHeating.com.
C&S Paint, Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957, with 3 locations serving the Crystal Coast, has everything you need from brushes to Olympic stain and quality Benjamin Moore paint. Benjamin Moore offers unmatched color and durability, so the color will last for years to come. Whether a do-it-yourselfer or paint contractor, when you shop C&S Paint Center with 3 locations, you're not just improving your home or construction site, you're supporting a local business too. C&S Paint Center, Olympic Stain, and Benjamin Moore. Paint for everything that matters. C&S Paint Center, 105 Wayne Drive, Morris City, 6 Doris Avenue, Jacksonville, and 504 Cedar Point Boulevard, Cedar Point. C&S Paint. Phone 910-455-0210. Jacksonville's premier paint store since 1957.
Attention property owners, are you fed up with bad tenants, under market rents, and late payments? At Fountain Management, we provide unrivaled levels of expertise and all the tools and services you need to make owning a rental property easy and profitable. Are you ready to talk about taking the management of your real estate investment to the next level? Well, contact us today. Fountain Management, 910-455-1609. We will make owning your rental property simple and rewarding.
Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing specializes in residential and commercial interior and exterior painting. In fact, they paint most anything except cars, including homes, businesses, apartment complexes, decks, and washing, waterproofing, and more, including storm repair, maintenance, power washing, and roofing. Fully licensed, insured, and operated by Roger Carroll Jr. References available and customer satisfaction is always guaranteed. So if you want it painted, maintained, power washed, or need a new roof, call Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, and Power Washing at 910-939-0749 or visit SouthernTouchPaintingNC.com. Southern Touch Painting, Maintenance, Power Washing, and Roofing salutes our troops and is proud to be part of the continued growth of Onslow and surrounding counties.
The summer heat has not kept Mixed Masters Concrete inside. They can handle the heat or cold and that concrete project on your to-do list. When it comes to concrete, nobody does it harder or quicker than Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated. 3661E Highway 24 in Beulahville. Whether you need concrete for residential, commercial, or agricultural projects, Mixed Masters Concrete Incorporated serves all of Eastern North Carolina. From driveways, patios, to livestock housing, Mixed Masters has the concrete, and owner Scott Thigpen will gladly provide a free estimate. For on-site delivery, phone 910-298-1653, and they deliver on Saturdays. When you need a ready-mix concrete quick, call Mixed Masters Concrete of Beulahville, 910-298-6153. Mixed Masters Concrete of Beulahville takes this time to thank those that serve us for our most prized possession, our freedom, and is proud to be a part of the continuing growth of Duplin, Onslow, Jones, and surrounding counties.
Hi guys, it's Lisa, the Queen of Diamonds from Bryn Mawr Jewelers in Jacksonville. Are you looking for a ring for the perfect girl? We have hundreds of rings in our beautiful showroom. Want a ring as unique as your girl? Then we'll custom design a ring especially for you. Not sure if you want lab-grown diamonds or an earth mine diamond? No problem. We'll take the time to explain the difference. We guarantee to find a diamond as exceptional as your girl. We hand select every diamond that comes into our store, and it has to be a sparkling fireball to make it in our showcase. Our long-standing relationship relationships in the industry guarantees you to get the most competitive price on the highest quality diamond. We offer custom financing so that it's easy to buy the ring of her dreams. We have rings for every budget and a vast selection of loose diamonds. So I invite you to come visit us today at Bryn Mawr Jewelers in Jacksonville. The Lutz family has been a part of thousands of I Do's for over 72 years. Nobody does I Do like we do. Come see why we're Jacksonville's oldest family jeweler.
Bryn Mawr Jewelers, next to Sam's Club Jacksonville.
Modern Exterminating 627 College Street, Jacksonville has proudly been serving the pest control needs of Onslow and surrounding counties since 1952. That's 70 years of protecting the health and property of our citizens from rodents, termites, mosquitoes, and all other pests. Modern Exterminating offers inspection without obligation. Being authorized to serve government quarters, Modern Exterminating takes this opportunity to thank those who serve and allowing us to handle all your pest control needs. If what they use don't zap them, they'll trap them. And if you're not satisfied, they'll step on them. The bug stops here. Modern Exterminating, family owned and operated since 1952. Call today 910-455-5122. That's 910-455-5122 for Modern Exterminating.
Coastal Bank and Trust thanks you for allowing us the privilege of handling all your banking needs, including personal and commercial loans to mortgage services. With locations in Jacksonville, Holly Ridge, Richlands, and Morehead City, Coastal Bank and Trust truly is a community bank dedicated to those we serve and is proud to be a part of the continued growth of Onslow, Carteret, and surrounding counties, and looks forward to meeting you. Thank you for voting us the best of the best 5 years in a row. FDIC insured and an equal housing lender.
If your plans include hitting the road this year to do some traveling, make sure a visit to Silent Service Center is on your to-do list. Travel safety starts with the tires on your vehicle, and a visit to Silent Service Center will give you peace of mind with the best value in all name brand tires and the largest selection of used tires in this area. In addition to quality tires, Silent Service Center is a North Carolina inspection station and does complete brake service, oil changes, and alignment service. Silent Service Center, 1707 Lejeune Boulevard, Jacksonville, and 108 West Main Street, Havelock. Phone 910-353-4760.
Wismart and Chappie's Chicken. And for over 50 years, Great Gas and Oil Company has kept our community comfortable year-round with quality heating and cooling products and dependable service. In addition to heating and air conditioning service, Great Gas and Oil Company does generators, tankless water heaters, and quality appliance repair. For service, phone 910-347-7138. Locally owned and operated by Jerry and Jeff Allen and Bobby and Louise Williams.
Freedom 97.1 WSME.
It's live and local real talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Well, it's great to have the new executive director there, the Onslow Women's Center, in house this morning, and she's going to do a good job. I can just tell.
Very
But
lovely
her
woman.
enthusiasm,
Yes.
it's going to be good.
Yes.
Meg Dennis. So anyway, multiple agencies are investigating the death of an elderly woman in a home fire over the weekend. Sheriff's deputies in Craven County said the fire was suspicious and requested assistance from the state fire marshal, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms and explosive unit federal agency, the Craven County Fire Marshal, and the State Bureau of Investigation.
Wow.
76-year-old Dorothy McCoy died in the fire, first reported at 3:30 a.m. Sunday. She was home alone, 3:30 in the morning, and the house caught fire. Something ain't wrong.
Especially with
right.
ATF being called.
Yeah,
It's a
well,
little
they
odd.
come in a lot. No, they come in a lot on an unusual fire. They've got lots of expertise in that
Yeah.
area. So anyway, authorities over there in Carteret County are deadly serious when it comes to drug dealers. One man's in jail, charged with supplying meth that was laced with fentanyl to a Cedar Point man back in January. 31-year-old Blake Perkins, who lived in the Pelletier area, is charged with second-degree murder and death by distribution. 35-year-old Joshua Adams died from the overdose. Perkins a bond and will have his first appearance in court later.
Good.
Laced with fentanyl. What do you druggies? What do you think is going to happen one day? Sooner or later, you're going to get a dose of it.
That's right.
You
Not
buy
all. Not all. Oh, you mean that people that use?
Yeah, people that use it. There's a
Well, yeah, but a lot of addicts are A, they're willing to take that risk, and B, they
Russian
have that
roulette, y'all. Good
I had a
God.
client tell me a client that has a heroin addiction tell me a couple months ago that they buy their drugs from one individual source, and that it would never be laced.
Where does he get his?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Was the point I was trying to make to my client. And the client was, but a lot of people, they have this, it's just, that mentality of it's not going to happen to me. But for some people, the need outweighs the risk. It's sad. It's very sad.
It's sad. And you know what? Sooner or later, it's going to catch up with you.
We've had fentanyl and marijuana here.
Yes, I know.
Here in Onslow County. I mean, it's in everything. And now you've got these fake pills running around that have fentanyl in them because the cartels are trying to cut it and make a big profit. It's very sad. Just very, very sad.
Well, it's very, very disturbing.
Absolutely.
Sad is one thing. Disturbing is irritating. And, we could do something about it. First thing we would do would be close the border. Because that's where most of it's coming across. It's coming into this country via our southern border. I don't know what the percentage is. I'm going to guess probably in the 90s plus percentile range. But we're doing nothing. Though there is a bill, and it's part of our projected budget. And Senator Tom Tillis from North Carolina, he's part of that bill to secure that dang border.
Yeah.
We got to start reconstructing and continuing construction on that fence, the wall.
Unfortunately, it's not going to happen until we get somebody new in the White House.
Yeah, because it's going to be voted down, turned down, vetoed. Yeah. Well, we got 1 year to go.
Yep. Can we make it?
A year and change. I don't know that we can make it. I really don't. The way this country's going, and it's I've got my doubts that we will be anywhere, even today where we are, by the time the election is here. We just gone downhill so fast. So, and we have no leadership, nothing. So anyway, let's take a break. You're live and local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME. Give us a ringy-dingy if you want to after the Fox News break, 910-333-0139. You're live and local Real Talk. We'll be right back.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster. Now back in the United States, 5 Iranian Americans released from prison in Iran in a swap for 5 Iranian prisoners and the release of frozen oil income.
Freed American Siamak Namasi talking in a statement of the guilt he feels about what he calls courageous individuals he loves and admires languishing behind those walls. Critics of the deal warn Iran may feel emboldened to take more so-called political hostages. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
The family of a man accused of killing a Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputy sitting in this patrol car Saturday says he's paranoid schizophrenic.
Investigators say 29-year-old Kevin Salazar was arrested after an hours-long standoff. Law enforcement sources say Salazar was involved in a road rage incident the day before, and the other driver helped to identify him.
Fox's Jonathan Hunt. Ryan Klinkenbroomer was a third-generation deputy, 30 years old. America's listening to Fox News.
Freedom 97.1.
WSME.
It's live and local. Real Talk.
Okay, about 8:03. Well, welcome back to the show, live and local, Real Talk. And our number, if you want to chat with us this morning, 910-333-0139. 910-333-0139. And with a little chill in the air that we have now, we're already talking about Christmas and the Christmas parade.
Oh, yeah, we are. Yeah.
Yeah. Christmas is, the
Somebody
Christmas
said
parade is only a month or so away.
Let me see. She's listening by radio. Somebody said we went offline. Let me check.
We're still here. We're still here.
I'm
listening to us.
Well, let me just ask her. It might be a glitch on their end.
Could very well be.
Yeah.
30-year-old Jessica West from Lenoir County is in hot water again. Less than a month after she was convicted on 2 drug possession charges and given a suspended 3-year sentence and placed on probation. Well, the Lenoir County deputies, they were called to assist probation and parole officers at a home where West was staying. They found meth and drug paraphernalia at the home. She's now charged with trafficking the meth and possession of drug paraphernalia 30 days after she was put on probation. I'm sorry. What's not wrong with our system when this happens? What's wrong with the system here? Put them on probation? Suspended sentences?
Well, that's part of the
sentences
problem.
do not work.
Go if you want to see how. Go to Onslow County Court on any given day, and look up when someone comes in a possession, and look up their record and see how many times they've been in there. Or go look at the ones that are caught violating their probation, and they're repeatedly in there for violation, but nothing happens to them.
Nope.
And you wonder why this is still a problem. These judges have got to look at the minimum sentencing guidelines and actually start enforcing them.
Good
You know,
luck
how
on
many
that one.
times can you slap somebody on the wrist and you think they're just going to turn around on their own? No. For some people, it literally takes throwing them in prison to turn them around.
Yep, they need to go to the jailhouse.
Not the Onslow County Jail, because there's too many of those sitting there that come right back. I'm talking, put them in actual
prison. You
what
gotta
the
go to
minimum
prison.
prison sentencing guidelines are. If it's a year, give them a year.
Mm-hmm.
And for a lot, some people it won't help, but a lot it certainly will.
Well, whether it helps them or not, it keeps them off the streets.
It does keep them off the streets, and
That's-
sometimes it actually keeps them from, shockingly enough, from overdosing.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Jessica West, I'm just looking her up very quickly, her history. Yeah, she's 30 years old. And she's been in prison. Or been. Yeah, no, they gave her probation, parole for that trafficking, Schedule 2, possessions, Schedule 6.
Yeah.
That was from 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And she was tried in 2023, and 30 days after she was rearrested.
Yeah, that, once again,
I'm sorry.
my part.
No, and both of these were felonies, and she was given a suspended 3-year sentence.
It
and put on
happens all the
probation.
time.
I know that.
And the probation doesn't work. And
No,
you-
probation does not work.
and the probation, start violating them immediately. Don't give them 52 chances. And this violations don't do any good if the judges don't
That's right.
enforce the thing.
I've seen people on probation go to. Here's what's supposed to occur.
Mm-hmm.
If you're on probation, like she was, for 3 years, and you commit a crime, which she committed again,
Mm-hmm.
the same crime. If you do that, you're supposed to have to serve out that 3 years first.
Yes, but
before you serve out your next charges.
But none of that is
No, it
happening at
doesn't
all,
happen.
Rayford.
It does not happen.
Not even a remote.
Why not?
I blame the judges. Bottom line, I blame the judges for that. And don't say prison overcrowding.
Oh, I will tell you, that's what they say, because they cut out. They
I know.
took down some of our prison units in North
Well,
Carolina.
maybe
They
this will force them to
closed
open it back
them
up. Yes, I know.
But they don't have enough people to man them.
Mhm.
That's another problem. You can't get enough jailers.
Well, okay, let me say this. Use some of the quote COVID money. You claim COVID caused all these problems. Well, it fueled addiction. So you could indirectly say we're
Yep.
using this, you know what I mean? And do it that way. Have an actual prison just for substance. Personally, not those that are convicted of drug dealing, but those addicts that may be stealing or whatever to feed their habit, and actually give them some treatment in there. Just a prison for nothing but that, so they can actually get what they want, not what the piddly amount of nonsense they get when they're actually in there. But this slap on the wrist mess, people laugh. People on probation, repeat offenders, they laugh. It's like,
they
not
don't
going
care.
to affect me.
Nope, no.
And you can't, they're not wrong.
Jessica,
Yeah.
hopefully you're going back to the big house and stay
I
there.
wouldn't
this
bet
time.
on it.
I would not put any money on it. Los Angeles cops have arrested a man, thank God, they say shot and killed an L.A. County deputy sheriff over the weekend. Kevin, got to get this one right. Catanio Salazar was taken into custody yesterday morning after barricading himself in a home for several hours. He stands accused of the ambush shooting of 30-year-old Deputy Sheriff Ryan Klinkenbroomer a field training officer with the sheriff's office there at LA County. The district attorney,
I'm reading what you got there.
the infamous liberal progressive George Gascon,
Guy's so awful.
will decide what charges to bring against the 29-year-old Salazar.
I bet he don't get charged with anything. What do you bet? What do you bet? Let's make a
You
bet
know,
now.
Maybe disturbing the peace.
Yeah.
Investigators are trying to determine a motive for the attack, which happened while the deputy was sitting at a red light, at a traffic light, right in front of the substation, the sheriff's substation there in Palmdale. He was sitting there waiting for the light to turn green, and this excuse for a human being is accused of shooting him.
Unreal.
He died at the hospital. The teenage driver of a stolen car is laughing. You ready for this one? When he deliberately plowed into a car, his car, into a retired California police chief. That's what investigators in Las Vegas are saying. 64-year-old Andres Probst was on his usual early morning bike ride when he was struck and killed back in August. The unidentified, because he's underage, 17-year-old driver has been arrested now on murder charges. His passenger, you ready? Are you listening?
Yes.
Was videoing him. He videoed the whole thing. The driver of the car, laughing, said, "Are you ready?" The passenger said he was and told the driver to hit the man. Not his words. I cleaned it up. The passenger turns, points his iPhone out the window, and records retired police chief Probst roll to a stop on the side of the road. I saw the video. This is all caught. He swerved to the right. The guy was in a bike lane or on the shoulder or whatever, and he hits him from behind.
Oh.
Clips him.
Put the cuffs on him and he's done.
Originally charged with the hit and run, when police got wind of the video, when they found it, it was all over X everywhere.
Of course.
The charge was upgraded to murder.
Well, the filmer should be charged right there with him.
He should be. They haven't
Not
found him
just
yet.
the driver.
Haven't found him yet.
Well,
that's accessory to murder.
That's absolutely.
Yes.
I don't even make him accessory. I just call him a co-conspirator.
Either way,
Yeah,
accessory carries the same penalty.
because that's just crap.
Your boy Hunter. I don't want to go. I don't want to go to federal court. I don't want to go on this gun charge up there on
Was
my
it going to
first.
Zoom?
Yeah, that's what he wants to do. He wants to do a phone it in a video conference. That's what his
Doesn't work
lawyers
that
are
way.
trying to arrange. A U.S. magistrate, a judge magistrate, has given the lawyers until today to convince him that he should allow it. The judge gave prosecutors until tomorrow to provide a reason why the arraignment should happen in person. Biden, that little boy, could face up to 25 years for 3 different charges for the federal firearm charges.
Well, I'm sure.
Including making a fault. Why would he have the opportunity to phone it in?
Does the average citizen get that?
Nope.
Then he should not
It's
either.
called political privilege.
Well, I'm
Shouldn't be a
sure
thing.
if it's a transportation issue, he could probably get Trump Force One to pick him up.
I will help him out. I'll drive him there.
Trump Force One.
I just
He
can't.
faces up to 25 years in prison for the charges. One of those making a false statement in the purchase of a firearm, which carries a maximum of up to 10 years in prison, $250,000 fine, and 3 years of supervised release. The second count, a false statement related to information required to be kept by a federal firearms licensed dealer, can get him up to another 5 years in prison, $250,000 additional fine, and 3 years of supervised release. The third count, possession of a firearm by a person who is an unlawful user or addicted to a controlled substance, can land up to a maximum 10 years in prison, $250,000 fine, and 3 years of supervised
Interesting.
release. What a family that we have in the White House.
I just can't.
And he wants to go back again. You know, he's been there for what, 50 years now, serving the people of Delaware. whatever, as
Oh,
a
term
state senator, I
limits.
think, all the time.
Yeah.
But he's, what are y'all thinking? Does anybody do their homework on these individuals before we vote for them? I do.
No, we already learned that even locally. People
Yeah,
often don't do that.
but we do.
so,
I do.
Yeah, I do too.
Some of us
but-
do.
Yeah, but not everybody does.
So what's wrong with us? We've got an election coming up next month.
I'm going to
right
need a
here. No,
couch for this.
2 months
What's
in
wrong with
October. We
us?
got a municipal election here, several of them in Oslo County.
Right.
Jacksonville, Richlands, Holly Ridge. Holly Ridge, my God, they got
Holly
9
Ridge
people running
is
for
got
office.
a whole
just
bunch of
like
people running. Yeah.
busting at the
Yeah.
seams.
I think about everybody in Holly Ridge is running, right?
Telling you,
Yes.
it's like wild.
Some of the
No, I agree.
incumbents are running. I recognize the names, but there's quite a few running. I think 9 for council.
Yeah.
Town hall. I think there's only like 3 seats left.
Yeah,
3 or
something
4.
like that.
And Surf City's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 running. And from mayor, town of North Topsail was Joanne. She's the current mayor.
Mhm.
And council 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
How many seats are there?
Not that many.
Well, I think there's 4, 5, 6,
Okay.
but it depends on whether or
No,
not
I mean
it's,
that's what I'm saying. How
yeah.
many how many people are running for how many seats?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I would have to go into the
Tanya, it's a lot.
records to
And
see.
filing begins in just a month or two, well, a couple of months, I guess, for
Election.
next year.
Yes.
Next year is the presidential election,
Oh, that's going to be crazy.
and that's going to bring out everybody.
It's going to be crazy. Local, state, and national. It's going to be crazy.
Absolutely.
Kind of looking forward to the drama.
Yeah, we have a caller. Good morning. Who's this?
Good morning, gang. How are you?
Yeah, we're hanging
Chris.
in here, Chris. What's going on?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned that because today is National Voter Registration Day.
Yes, it is.
And I found it was interesting when I was doing my research to post this that in 2012, 300,000 Americans registered. 2018, 800,000 Americans. Yeah.
Okay.
Here's my point. I think all three of you will agree. It's nice to register, but if you don't go out and exercise the right that many people don't have, that registration doesn't do a bit of good for nobody.
Yeah, you're just wasting tax dollars.
It really is, and for the life of me, I don't understand why people don't think their vote counts.
I'm going to tell you what, for those people, you need to refer back to North Topsail Beach. A write-in candidate won by one vote a few years ago. One vote. That's all it took. One vote. The incumbent lost by one vote.
That's it. Every vote, whether it's city, county, state, especially national, and as you were just saying, Rayford, did people not really research the candidates first?
No, they do not.
They need to.
Unfortunately, too many of them vote just because of that little letter right beside their
The
name
letter.
called D
Yep.
or R.
Mm-hmm.
And
we've
if
made
I can
some
make
mistakes.
one recommendation, go ahead, Lee. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, Chris. I was just saying that because we have, I feel like we've got some mistakes that were made. And because people voted because of what was behind their name.
That's all.
Nothing else.
The only reason. They had no idea who the individual was.
That's right.
And the other one that bothers me, this is just me personally. I don't tell people how to vote. It's not my business. It's their conscience that votes. But when you go straight ticket, are you really
Can't
are
do
you
that
really
anymore.
voting for the best people,
Yeah.
or you think you're just getting in and out real fast? Okay, I'll just do all R's, D's, I's, whatever. I'm
Mhm.
done. Research the candidates, people. And just please go out and exercise a right that many people don't have. We're still, depending on how people look at our country right now, we're still the greatest country in the world.
We are.
We have a right to vote. We have a right to vote. We need to exercise it. And whether you're first timer, numerous person that's done it, or you're up there in age and go, well, I don't care. What's going to affect me? It does affect you. When you talk about Social Security and other things, it does affect.
And I am again we have a large population of retired military and active duty military in this county. Okay. I know a lot of you, even though you're only here for 3 years, perhaps, a lot of you say, well, I'm just going to vote back home, absentee ballot. Well, you probably have absolutely no idea who's running in your local elections back home. You know who's running in the federal elections because, that's nationwide. You can also register to vote here in Onslow County, and you can still vote for that federal person. And then you can also vote for the individuals in this county and this city who are going to have more impact on your lives than your people, your county commissioners and city council will home. That's a fact, Jack. They raise taxes. They put all sorts of restrictions on what you can do. They spend your money. They spend your tax dollars, sales tax dollars. They spend it. Wouldn't you want to have a say in who they are? I would.
I would. I do.
I do too.
Even the ones I vote for, sometimes I don't agree with what they voted for, how they voted, but I elected them to represent me. And, and if after the 4, 6, however many years this is, I think there's time for change, then a change will be made with my vote, or at least I'll know in my heart that I did the right thing. I made it. And then if you don't vote, I think we all know the old saying, if you didn't vote, just keep your mouth shut. To help the process.
There you go. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Chris, thank you, sir. Always a pleasure.
He brings up a good point, and I'm telling you right now, I'm making some major changes in what I'm voting.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to making some major changes.
I do not vote along party lines because I don't have a party, apparently.
No, you're unaffiliated.
Yeah, I'm unaffiliated. That does not mean that I'm not concerned and I'm not jumping on a bandwagon.
You're still a voter.
I am a voter.
You're still a concerned citizen.
And I have an opinion, and I vote my conscience.
Well, that's what you need to do.
You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME, and we'll be right back.
For 40 years now, people throughout Jacksonville and Onslow County have trusted Barnes Diamond Gallery for all their jewelry needs for every special occasion. They understand that every day is a special event for someone, whether celebrating a wedding, anniversary, birthday, engagement, or graduation. Let Barnes Diamond Gallery custom design something for you. Barnes Diamond Gallery does on-site repair in addition to their quality and selection of diamonds, diamond fashion bands, pendants, watches, earrings, gemstone rings, and necklaces for anyone for any occasion. Major credit cards accepted. Layaway available. Barnes Diamond Gallery offers appraisals and paid top market prices for gold and silver. Barnes Diamond Gallery, 461 Western Boulevard, Suite 120, Jacksonville, open 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday.
Schools are now back in session. Please do your part and drive carefully to make the streets and highways throughout Onslow County safe for our children and our citizens. This reminder is brought to you with the best wishes of Richlands Insurance and Realty, your trusted choice insurance agency located at 207 South Academy Street in Richlands. Richlands Insurance and Realty sincerely appreciates the opportunity to serve you with all of your insurance and real estate needs, whether it be homeowners, business insurance, life, automobile, and even cycle and boat insurance. Since 1950, Richlands Insurance and Realty has protected the citizens and property of people throughout Onslow and surrounding counties with the utmost and personal professional service and care, giving their clients peace of mind. So trust your insurance needs to your trusted choice agency, Richlands Insurance and Realty, 207 South Academy Street, Richlands. Byron Irvin and the staff at Richlands Insurance and Realty are here and ready to help you. Phone 910-324-3133 for Richlands Insurance and Realty, serving our area since 1950.
Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, your trusted local carrier indoor weather team, serving all of your heating and air conditioning needs since 1967. Now offers residential and commercial duct and dryer vent cleaning, and now offers expert residential and commercial plumbing service. In case of a power outage due to a storm or for any other reason, be prepared with a Generac generator for your home or business. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning has Generac generators in stock, ready to install today. Remember, better breathing comes with cleaner air. Let Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning improve the air quality in your home or business with professional air duct cleaning. As always, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning is available 24/7 for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing emergency needs. Turn to the carrier experts, Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning, with locations in Jacksonville and Hampstead. Visit online, humphreyheating.com. And follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Humphrey Heating and Air Conditioning since 1967. Relax. We're on the way.
Have you gotten your copy of Topsail Times newspaper this week? If not, did you know that Topsail Times is Topsail area's only local newspaper in print? Started a little over a year ago, we now have over 1,500 online subscribers and 5,000 printed copies that go out every 2 weeks. And we never charge our readers. Information should be free to our readers, and we stick by that. Looking for an idea for date night? Want to learn some local history? How about asking a veterinarian about your pet? These things and more are available in each copy of the Topsail Times newspaper. Want to get the word out about your business? We offer great rates for full color ads, and the online paper version is always included for free. Need help designing the perfect ad? We can do that too. We're always looking for human interest stories, so start writing. And we love local photos too. Check out our website at topsailtimes.net, where you can find out where to pick up a copy or check out our latest publication online.
So I want to take some time to talk about our friends at Pizza Village of Beulahville. First of all, I take this opportunity to thank our men and women in uniform for their service to our country. And of course, there's no doubt about it, the best pizza and spaghetti in Beulahville is at Pizza Village, 811 West Main Street. Pizza Village offers daily specials, and their buffet features pizza, spaghetti, and salad bar. It's a fact. True Italian can be found in Beulahville with a down-home atmosphere at no extra charge at Pizza Village. Pizza Village is open Monday through Thursday, 11 to 9:30 p.m., Friday and Saturday, 11 to 10 p.m., and Sundays, 4:30 to 9:30 p.m. They even have a private room available for special events. Dine just one time at Pizza Village in Beulahville, and you'll be sure to go back. Pizza Village, 811 West Main Street, Beulahville. Again, thanks those that serve us.
It's live and local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
Well, you don't need a boat, but if you want a boat, do yourself a favor and stop in at Tideline Marine in Jacksonville. The doors open in about 3 minutes and 27 seconds to see what they have in stock. If you're new to boating, you definitely should tell the team what you want to do with a boat before actually deciding what you need. The sales staff, they're not high pressure guys. They don't want you to feel any pressure when you're shopping for a boat. A boat is generally a long-term investment, and the Tideline team will guide you in deciding what boat you should get. There are some great new boats in stock at Tideline, and a few boats that Tideline has in the consignment program as well. If you decide that you'd like a used boat, do yourself a favor again. It's always best to get that information and the boat from a reliable boat dealer, one that actually works on motors. That way, before you get one from Tideline, technicians will make sure it's in good condition. New boats, of course, they have warranties. Always a plus, especially for a new boater. If you like fishing, like in the backwaters of the White Oak River or the New River, a Lund boat might be what serves your needs. Also in stock, center consoles, Aqua Sports, great for nearshore. And of course, the premier line of Aloha pontoon boats with 3 tunes, great for nearshore and inshore fishing, and great for cruising in the area rivers as well as the Intercoastal Waterway. Tideline Marine, 159 Old Bridge Street on the banks of the New River in downtown Jacksonville. High pressure, going to be for at least today, tomorrow. Dry conditions and pleasant temperatures. A coastal low, or what they call a coastal trough, is forecast to impact the area later in the week. Closer to the weekend, northerly winds offshore today, 5 to 10 knots, becoming northeasterly this afternoon. Seas 2 to 3, dominant period 8 seconds. Sounds and rivers only a light chop, diminishing to flat this afternoon. Tomorrow, northeasterly winds 5 to 10, seas very nice, 2 to 3, dominant period 8 seconds. Sounds and rivers a light chop. And then comes Thursday. Northeasterly winds 10 to 15 knots, seas kicking up 5 to 7 feet. 2 to 4 near shore, sounds and rivers a moderate chop.
Today, sunny, high of 82. Tonight, clear, low of 59. Tomorrow, sunny, high of 83. Tomorrow night, mostly clear, low of 64. And on Thursday, still mostly sunny, a high of 82. But the gusts kind of pick up on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Gonna be a mess. And there's that little trough or a low pressure system that they say could become a tropical depression, storm, or whatever is over the Bahamas right now. It's moving in our general direction. So that's what's going to impact our weather the closer we get to the weekend.
Yeah, Saturday's looking rough. According to this right here.
So both of you ladies are registered Republicans, at least today, right?
As of today.
Mm-hmm. Thinking of changing?
I've been thinking the last few months, yeah.
No.
Lee's
not gonna
not.
change.
She's not changing, but I think I probably will end up.
Republicans are their own worst enemies. Do you agree with that?
I 100% agree with that statement.
In the House of Representatives, two different factions have been trying to work out a plan to keep the country operating with a short-term budget. The budget's supposed to be adopted by the 1st of July, the 30th of June, right?
Right.
But I think the federal government has until the end of October. That's their budget year. Their budget year is different than ours.
Their budget year starts October 1.
Yes. October 1 or the end of October. I don't
October
know.
1. I'm on a federal grant. It's
Okay.
October 1. Yeah.
They had a plan as of Sunday, but it fell apart yesterday. It would have funded the government for 31 additional days if the two groups would agree. Funding for defense, veterans affairs, and disaster relief would not be cut under the deal, while the remaining areas covered by Congress' 12 appropriations bills will be reduced by about 8%. It would also attach House Republicans' Border Security Bill H.R. 2, and excluding a provision mandating E-Verify that a significant number of GOP lawmakers oppose, but they can't get together on it. So now they're back at square one. So now by the end of this month, which is what, today's the 19th, 12 days away,
Yep.
we will be shutting down the government, which in my opinion is not a bad thing, except that they're going to go back and pay these people that they're going to lay off, basically. They're going to go back and pay them back pay. It will cost even more.
Well, what's even funnier is North Carolina still don't have a budget, and North Carolina's
I know.
fiscal year started July 1.
That's right.
And they're still fighting over that.
Yeah. And ours is about
Only one item
right.
that they're
I know.
dealing
And
with.
it deals with my home county.
Yes.
I know.
Deals with your guy there, Phil Berger.
He is horrific.
Then fire him.
And I know him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then fire him. I got his cell number if you want to call him.
I know where he lives. He lives. I went to school with his son, and
I would say
I talked to Phil last time he was here.
I'd like to see them just pull it out of the budget and
Take that. No, let me say this: most of the citizens in Rockingham County do not want that stupid casino. It is going to be located down the street from a school, right by Camp Caraway, which deals with kids with disabilities. They're back onto it. Like it's who.
I don't care one way or another if they want to build casinos. I'm neutral on the subject because it does bring in a lot of dollars. And the General Assembly had done a huge survey on it, and they said you would be surprised how many people actually leave the state of North Carolina to go gamble elsewhere.
Okay, Rockingham County is right on the border, and in Danville, 10 miles from Rockingham County, they built Harris built a casino there.
If you want to go gamble, go to.
You can go 10 miles. You can go down Berry Hill Road, go all the way down, and go right into Danville, Virginia, and you're right there at the casino.
See, the only problem with holding up this budget is that I know Onslow County has money coming to it.
Yep.
And because our senator's done a fantastic job for our wants and needs. And see, all that hangs in the balance.
Teacher raises,
That's
a lot
right.
of things. I mean, over a stupid casino. And back home, what people don't realize back home, Phil Berger's son is a Rockingham County commissioner. He did not recuse himself from that vote. And Phil Berger got money from the developer for his campaign that's wanting to put that thing. And the developers, by the way, is from Maryland. They're not even a North Carolina firm.
Right.
It's a big mess.
Well, you want to talk about Phil Berger? Listen to this. The town of Summerfield,
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Yeah.
They had a gentleman, last name is Coach, I believe it. He came up to them and wanted some property annexed in order to build, like a little village, a little shopping center, et cetera, et cetera. And it went before the city council and they voted it down. So guess who he took it to?
I know, guarantee I know
He
who
took it to the General Assembly, and right now they're passing a bill to have that area de-annexed so this gentleman can do what he wants to do with it.
I don't agree with that.
I don't
absolutely do not agree with
I
that.
don't know all the ins and outs, but on it. So, the gentleman Couch, who had previously decreased the number of apartments planned from 1,200 to 600, has told the News and Record that the Triad desperately needs more housing supply, especially with successful job recruitment efforts by many and billions of dollars in economic development. But Phil Berger is right in the heart
Summerfield's
of
very
it.
close to Greensboro, so
Yes.
they're expanding. Greensboro, because
Well-
a lot of people are moving out of Greensboro because the crime is so bad there.
Berger sent a letter on Monday to Summerfield Mayor Tim Sessions explaining his decision to sponsor the bill, which would make it possible for real estate developer David Couch to transform the land. A project residents and elected officials have been steadfastly against. And in his letter, he wrote, he has a responsibility to step in when a local unit of government fails to take obvious and reasonable steps in the public interest. He also labeled Summerfield's housing and land use policies as among the most restrictive enacted by the municipality in North Carolina.
For a reason, but Phil Berger, who's so out of touch with everything, needs to understand there's a reason why. I know exactly where that area is. There's a reason why they did not want that project there.
The only
And that
thing-
is looking out for the interests of the citizens.
Like, I don't know both. I mean, I have not, I don't have the details on both sides, so I really can't make a judgment call as to what was right, what was wrong. But what gets me is that, like, say the county commissioners here voted down something, an area of land, the developer wanted to build townhouses on it, and the developer went to the General Assembly and
Mhm.
said, help me get this de-annexed out of the county or out of the city, whatever. I don't
I don't
know.
think that should happen. I think it should just go in.
I think
it
the
should be-
local
'cause at
government
that
should
point,
be in control of
why
it.
do you have local government?
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, I just agree. I don't think that should happen.
I have issues with, if the local government says no, then let's run to the state, and the state says, oh, we'll fix it for you. Because
Well,
we had something
and
happen
run.
here, right, a couple years ago, where we had a business owner that was having issues with the city zoning, city and code enforcement, et cetera, and had one of our representatives help him get de-annexed out of the city. So, he wouldn't have to deal with the city anymore, but yet his building is in the city. Well, what about the other businesses around that area? Can they go ahead and request?
I know what
Can
you're
I
talking
get
about.
de-annexed?
I don't think that's in the city limits.
Yeah, it was. It was in the city limits. They extended it a while back, but yeah, he's been de-annexed out now of the city jurisdiction. So, I just thought that was
I
kind
didn't
of
know
crazy.
it went down. The city jurisdiction went down that far. I thought that was county.
I want to be de-annexed.
Yeah.
I don't want to pay double taxes.
It's like somebody said at the commissioners meeting last night was unhappy with commissioners give the school board money, and she didn't approve of the way the school board was spending money.
Well, once again,
so she wants
The
her
county's got
tax
nothing to
dollars
do with it.
back.
Okay,
I know it.
Okay, whoever that was, and I didn't hear that, so I don't know. But whoever that was needs to understand the county commissioners. I'm gonna say this again, folks. Tony Radio. They have no control over how the Onslow County Board of Education spends their money. They cannot tell them how to spend the money.
If
They're mandated by by state law.
Well,
to
where
give
it all
them X
came
amount of money.
from, they know that the county gives the school board money because they have to. They're required by law.
Correct.
And she was making reference to the fact that the actual $3 million that the school board's going to end up paying the YMCA was actually came from Onslow County to start with, from the commissioners, and so everything is a commissioner's fault. Last night was a commissioner's fault. Tonight it'd be the school board's fault, because
Now,
you know how it goes.
if you want to know what's going on in the any government situation, why don't you go down and get the expenses of the individual commissioners, how they spend the money, when they go on whatever junkets that they go on, find out what they put down as expenses. If you really want to know something, go to every county commissioner, every city councilman, every school board member, and request, which is require whatever the agency is to give you the expense reports of all of these individuals. And if you wait until about 2 months after a special meeting is held somewhere, you may be surprised to find out what kind of money that they get reimbursed for, how much they get reimbursed for, and what it's for, because it's required. Do not request just a total budget. Request the line item. You want to know for every individual how much money they spend of your tax dollars when they go on a junket to an out-of-town meeting.
Well, remember, we had that arise back a couple years ago during an election season where it was uncovered that the school board was allotted so much money for a lot of conventions and memberships into, I think it was like 89,000, something like that. I'll have to go back and check the figure. Do they really go to that many and conventions and have to have memberships and all these different
It's
things?
not necessarily them. It can be the superintendent or other school
This
officials.
says school board members.
Yep.
But the thing about it is, take half of that money and let's buy some pencils and paper.
You could do that.
Yeah.
As a man asked my dad one time when he was a county commissioner, he says, Mr. Herschel, he was a caretaker here. He says, do all the meetings that you go to, is there anything ever accomplished? Does it do any good? And my dad had to think about it. You're live in Local Real Talk. Don't go away. Commissioner Robin Knapp, when we come back, we'll be right back after these announcements.
I had a question about my insurance the other day, so I called my new State Farm agent. And would you believe I talked to the same person who remembered my name? They said that was called service. And then they asked if my dog Max was over his cold. They called that service too. And then they helped me find ways to save on my home and auto coverage. I asked State Farm what they called that. They said service.
Call David Hall, State Farm, 910-455-0440, 1218 Country Club Road, Jacksonville. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry, where we love to make you smile. Now proud to be working with Doctors Kim and Tommy Morgan, formerly Morgan Family Dentistry. The Jacksonville and Richlands Morgan offices of Lane & Associates Family Dentistry blends the latest technology with personal care and attention, so you have an amazing dental experience. The offices of Lane & Associates welcome all ages and accepts all major insurances, including military. Lane & Associates Family Dentistry has been serving the state of North Carolina for over 40 years, with 2 locations in Jacksonville, Richlands, and Maysville. Call for an appointment today at 877-LANE-DDS or online at lanedds.com. Welcome to Lane & Associates Family Dentistry.
The best deal for the grill is at Jones LP Gas and Oil Company each Friday. Every Friday from 8 a.m. till closing at 5, Jones LP Gas and Oil Company will fill your 20-pound LP gas grill cylinder for only $11. You heard that right. Each Friday till closing, you can have your 20-pound LP gas cylinder filled for only $11 at Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 Wilmington Highway in heart of Verona. In addition to saving money on your LP gas, Jones Gas and Oil is your full-service gas and oil company serving residential, commercial, and agricultural gas and oil needs, as well as gas appliances, LP replacement, parts, fill cylinders, and tankless water heaters, and they offer a 10% military discount on installation. Remember to get that cylinder filled every Friday until closing for only $11. Jones Gas and Oil Company, 3881 the Old Wilmington Highway, Verona. Phone 910-346-634.
The Burrow Restaurant and Bar in Swansboro is hiring. We're currently looking for experienced line cooks and expos. If you're hardworking, reliable, professional, and have a desire to always strive for better, we want to talk to you. The Burrow is open 7 days a week. Stop by for an application. Our sister restaurant, Il Cigno Italiano, is also hiring line cooks, expos, and bartenders. Make great money and be a part of an outstanding, dedicated team. The Burrow Restaurant on Front Street and Il Cigno Italiano on West Corbett Avenue, both in Swansboro.
Mohawk All Pet Protection and Warranty is the only copper protection and warranty for all pets, all accidents, all the time. Because your pets are family members too. No matter how you live, we've got you covered. Soft, luxurious, smart strand, forever clean carpet. Gorgeous, durable, solid tech, luxury vinyl. Ultimate floor for every room in your home. It's suitable for all. Contact Watkins Floor Covering online at watkinsnewfloor.com. Watkins Floor Covering, thanking you for voting them the best of the best for 2022 in the flooring, covering, and carpet cleaning category. Watkins Floor Covering, they're more than just floors. It's custom showers, custom tubs, carpet cleaning, backsplashes, bathrooms, commercial, retail, and home flooring too. Watkins Floor Covering, family owned and operated since 1997, with locations in Jacksonville and Surf City. Watkins Floor Covering, you stand on it, we stand behind it.
It's not for everyone, only for you. The medication your doctor prescribes is exclusively yours to take as directed. Nobody else should be taking it. It's up to you to keep your medication secure and to safely dispose of any unused medications. Don't let anyone take what's yours. Your prescription, your responsibility. Be aware, don't share. Lock your meds.
Supported by NCDHHS, Division of Mental Health Development Services. Visit lockyourmeds.org/NC.
It's live. Local Real Talk on Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
And we're back. We're joined right now by Commissioner Robin Knapp, Onslow County. Hey, Robin, what's up?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey.
I was listening to some of the comments that you guys made. You know, I don't know how to say it any clearer. We're the Board of Commissioners. We are not the Board of Education. We are not the Sheriff's Department. Okay, each one of these particular entities are elected officials: Sheriff, Board of Education members, Board of Commissioners. You know, if we were responsible for the Board of Education, then we would be called the Board of Commissioners / Board of Education, but we're not. Okay, we are not mandated. The only thing that we're mandated to do is to fund the school system, period.
Yep.
What they decide to do with their money is up to the elected officials of the Board of Education and their executive staff, which includes Barry Collins, the superintendent, etc. You know, we keep playing the same old record over and over again, and people don't get that. My chairman, I'm the vice chairman. We don't collaborate with their chairman or their vice chairman and get together and say, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, we gave you the money, blah, 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 blah. That is not what's required. Our mandate is to give them money to ensure that they have proper funding. The second thing, you made a good point about the expenses. You know, and Kelly can attest to this. I've been a commissioner for 7 years, and I have not gone on any conferences or anything of that nature except a training session that I'm required to go to. And then the commissioners that do go to some of these events, for example, we just had one recently, the convention of all the commissioners in North Carolina. The commissioners go to these events. They stay in a hotel for a couple of days. Some of them, well, guess who pays for their wives and their stay? The individual. Okay, the county does not pick up their tab. If they want to bring their spouse or significant other, then that particular commissioner has to pay for that. Just like when I go to oyster festivals or whatever it might be, if Kelly comes with me, I pay for her tab. I have to pay $50 or $100 for her to go because she is not part of the county, so to speak, as far as any type of reimbursement or anything like that. And it's over and over and over again. I can't say it any clearer unless I write it in crayon and put it on construction paper and then put it on a billboard. Okay? The county have nothing to do with the Board of Education. They are an elected body.
Yep.
They don't infringe on our responsibilities, and we do not infringe on their responsibilities. It is up to them. They serve different functions. When I was in the Air Force, I was with OSI, Office of Special Investigations. The Air Force is comprised, just like the Marine Corps, of major commands. And we had Military Airlift Command, Tactical Airlift Command, and the line goes, and the list goes on. The Air Force Office of Special Investigations were called an SOA, a Separate Operating Agency, which meant that no one told us what we could do, and we didn't tell anyone else in that particular command what they could do. It's the same principle, and it just boggles my mind how people do not understand that. And they start to bring in the commissioners with Board of Education decisions, and et cetera. It's like the right hand and the left hand, period. And I wish people would understand that. And I get tired of hearing about the corruption. The corruption of what? I mean, if it's so corrupt, then I should be on an island with my chairman someplace, sipping martinis and going fishing every day and going golfing. But no, most of us commissioners have second jobs. We're retired and we have second jobs to make ends meet. So I have no idea where this concept is coming from, but the sooner the people realize that it's totally different and we have nothing to do with each other except for funding,
Well,
they
Robin,
just need to leave it alone.
I have a real quick question because we're about up for break time again. You want to go to break, or you want me to just go ahead and ask the question?
Go ahead and
Raven?
ask the question.
Okay. Last night, the county commissioners meeting, everything was pretty calm, just business as usual. Y'all got to the very last part of it where you were taking a vote on moving some budget items into a special project fund so as to retain, if they didn't get done by the end of this fiscal year, that they would automatically roll over into the next fiscal year into the budget. Explain how that works, because I know you had two commissioners that voted against all four that were brought up.
Well, I wasn't there for that part because I had to leave. I had another commitment. I had to meet somebody at Chapel Hill. However, what you don't understand is these items are already voted on and approved previously by our Board of Commissioners. We were moving it from one spot to another spot just so that we could meet it clarity purposes on our budget. That's all it was. That's all it was. It was an ordinance, period. It was already approved for. And when you approve something and now you're going to try to stop the process or not trying to move it over, we're not hiding anything. We're shifting it over so that we make sure that we have those funds available. I wasn't there for that. Had I been there at that meeting for that, I would have voiced my opinion and just moved on because it was a moot point. And I just, I cannot fathom that. I cannot understand that, and why there was such a dissension regarding this particular issue.
Yeah, because I thought it was already.
You have a bathroom when you complain that you don't have a bathroom at a particular facility. I voted against Heinz Farm, but my board voted for it. So thereby, because my board voted for it, I support the board in any other action that the board takes to improve that particular area that now belongs to us.
Right.
So one of the things was a bathroom. And when you voice your opinion for a bathroom for 2 to 3 years, and then all of a sudden when it comes to an amendment, and you disapprove of it, I don't even know what to say about that. I just scratch my head, and I'm dumbfounded.
Well, I think one commissioner mentioned that they didn't think it should be coming out of tourism dollars, but tourism dollars are more heads on beds. I mean, it encompasses events and activities like Tim said last night. Boy Scout Jamboree was expressing interest in going to Heinz Farm and having a big jamboree, but they needed a bathroom that was separate from the building that is in the clubhouse that generally stays locked and closed during those things. So,
well, and you bring a valid point up, and Tim is absolutely spot on with that. There's been a need for a bathroom facility out there for the longest period of time. And if you want people to come to Heinz Farm, you better make sure they have a bathroom, because I don't think anybody's going to be willing enough to go into the woods and to go do their business, okay? Plain and simple. I mean, what do I tell people when they come to Heinz Farm? I got to go to the bathroom. Well, you go down this trail and you hit the first tree and turn left at that oak, and then there's a bush right there that no one can see you. Come on. It's common sense stuff like that. And, the thing that gets me is that when you advocate for a need for a bathroom out there 2 to 3 years, and then all of a sudden when an amendment comes up and you disapprove it because you don't agree and you don't want to use tourism funds. So
it's a moot point anyway.
we can use tourism funds for that. But so are you trying to tell me that you want to use general fund money for something like that? To me, it was ridiculous. And to be honest with you, I was very glad that I was not there for that portion of the commissioners meeting, because you better believe I would have voiced my
Well, I was just curious.
Okay, we got to wrap up.
Right. Yeah,
All
we
right.
do. Oh,
Robin,
we're
we're
way past.
way behind time. Thank you, Robin.
Bye, Robin.
You're live and local, Real Talk Freedom 97.1, 1120 AM, WSME.
Hurricane season is here, and if you're not prepared, now's the time to visit Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Moorhead Plaza in Moorhead City. Whether for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer, Williams Hardware has the tools and accessories to help protect against high winds and water. Williams Hardware carries power tools and equipment, chains and fasteners, plumbing and electrical supplies. Williams also cuts glass to size and cuts pipe. When the chores are done and the cleanup is finished, light up that Wilmington Grill for Williams Hardware, 3011B Bridges Street, Moorhead Plaza in Moorhead City. Williams Hardware is open Monday through Saturday from 7:30 till 6 p.m. and Sundays for your convenience, noon till 5. Phone Williams Hardware, 252-726-7158, and be prepared this hurricane season. Since 1997, locally owned and operated, Jersey Mike's 301E Western Boulevard right here in Jacksonville has provided only the best hot and cold subs and healthy salads to our community and our military neighbors, and thanks all our customers for making Jersey Mike's a sub above. Jersey Mike's features hot and cold subs in different sizes, served Mike's way or your way, in addition to delicious healthy salads. To place your order or for takeout, phone 910-353-8091. Once again, Sam Duran and the staff of Jersey Mike's, 301E Western Boulevard, Jacksonville, thanks you for making them a sub above.
Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro reminds you to check your mailbox and find your quote on homeowners insurance. Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro goes the extra mile to make sure you're in good hands, like helping you customize your home and windstorm coverage with their Write Your Own home policy. Yes, save even more when you bundle your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, and even your golf cart. Remember, if it rolls or floats, call Tammy for a quote. You and everything you own are in good hands with Tammy Fry Allstate Swansboro. Call today, 910-326-5383. Tammy Fry Allstate, 638 West Corbett Avenue in the friendly city by the sea, Swansboro. Check your mailbox today for savings on your homeowner's insurance.
Mills International Incorporated, your local Cub Cadet dealer, is ready for fall, and you should be too, with the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series. Strength, comfort, and versatility, and designed to deliver a premium cut. Stop by Mills International Incorporated today and find out how the Cub Cadet XT Enduro Series is tailored to help unlock all the possibilities of your lawn. Head to your local Cub Cadet dealer, Mills International Incorporated, at 801 South Queen Street, Kinston, for exceptional offers, expert advice, and superior service. Great Gas and Oil Company, and of course, Wismart and Chappie's Chicken, located at 4111 Gum Branch Road, right here in Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert, has all you need when it comes to convenience for gas, cold beverages, and a great selection for quick pickup essentials. Enjoy fresh, not frozen, delicious meals at Chappie's Chicken, located inside Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert. So if you're in a ice cold beverages, convenience store items, and fresh, not frozen, Chappie's Chicken at Wismart, 4111 Gum Branch Road, Jacksonville, and 633 Sandridge Road, Hubert.
It's live and local. Real Talk on Freedom 97.1 WSME.
And where did the time go? We've slipped through this one in a hurry, didn't we?
I got talking to Robin, and let me just ask you a quick question. Next thing I know, 5 minutes later.
Speaking of Robin, going to be in here. Robin Knapp will be in here tomorrow. We think the chairman of the board will be here as well, Tim Foster. And also tomorrow morning, we have Dr. Rosemary Stein joining us at about 7:30. We'll find out what kind of the latest, now that we're back in school full time, we'll find out what's going on with the schools.
Pediatric illnesses.
Yes, with little kitty sicknesses and stuff. So, and if there's anything else happening out there, of course, we're we'll be keeping our eye on the tropics, the Bahamas right now. The hurricane that is out there going to become a major hurricane today, Nigel, but it's not going to come this way or any other direction where there is any land. It's going to go far, far away, maybe Ireland or something, but
he's going
it'll die
further
before he
east
gets
than
there.
what
Lee did.
that other hurricane did.
Yeah, Lee.
Yeah.
So we'll keep our eyes on that. So you can stay tuned for the latest information. There is a low pressure, a coastal low, a coastal trough, whatever they want to call it, over the Bahamas right now. It's kind of moving in our direction, northward. Whether it stays on a northerly course or moves inland or whatever, there's some folks that say it's going to be mostly an inland system. Others say it's going to come up right along the coast, and that will be us, and we'll get a lot of rain. It's not like a big windstorm or anything like that. It could become something of a windstorm, but not a critical one. It doesn't have that much time, I don't think. If it just stays inland or goes inland, crosses into South Carolina and up through the central part of North Carolina, that's one thing. We'll be okay. We won't have as much to worry about.
That's what I'm worried about.
That's what I'm looking at. Jack will take on the Bears of New Bern. The Cardinals of Jacksonville take on the Bears, and we'll see who comes out on top.
It'll be a good game.
I haven't checked New Bern's record yet. We'll get into that tomorrow.
They're 5-0. We're 4-0. They've played one more than we have so far, but
so we're 4-0.
And their stats are pretty good. Pretty
I think ours look a little bit better.
Our rushing and passing was much better.
Yeah, so
much better.
We'll have to see. Anyway, we will see you tomorrow morning. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the crisp, nice, cool weather and the
beautiful
blue sky. Looks like the humidity is way down. That will be good. Have a great day. You're live in local Real Talk, Freedom 97.1, 1120 a.m. WSME. See you in about 22 hours.
WSME, Camp Lejeune, W246 CJ, Jacksonville.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. President Biden addresses the United Nations General Assembly this morning.
One of the really important topics that the White House says that the president will be